Hi, I'm Marty and I have rheumatoid arthritis. I was diagnosed at age 30. It was 1987. That's been 37 years ago. I'm 67 now. My children were babies. I had an infant and a 3-year-old, and now they're 37 and 40. Amazing. I wanted to talk about memory and rheumatoid arthritis because my sons think I have Alzheimer's because I forget so much. I totally forget stuff. I've been places with my husband and he reminds me and prompts me and said, "Don't you remember being here?" And I joke with him. We've been married for 37 years. Hey honey, he's in there exercising. We've been married we've been married 43 years. Sorry, we just had an anniversary. And he is my memory because 37 of those 43 years I've had rheumatoid arthritis and dire pain, and pain affects your memory. Those of you with rheumatoid arthritis, that have pain probably know what I'm talking about. For the longest time I thought it was just lots of prednisone that affected my memory, and that could be part of it. But I know that when we go someplace and my husband says, "Don't you remember going here and we met so-and-so for lunch here and you had a whatever for dinner and it was great, we had such a good time, and then afterwards we went and saw this movie," it's like, no. He's like, "Do you remember the movie?" It's like, "No, but I've seen it on TV and it was a great movie." And then I asked him, "Was I in pain during that time?" And he said, yeah, that was when my pain was just so uncontrollable. And my boys think I have Alzheimer's. I don't have Alzheimer's. I've been tested. I've been to a neurologist. I remember the 5 words. I remember most of the 5 words. Let's see. Velvet, church, chair, red, something else. I don't know. Daisy. I can't remember now. Oh my God, I have Alzheimer's. No, I don't have Alzheimer's. I drew the clock right. I did everything right in the test. And speaking to the doctor, he's like, "No, you're nowhere near Alzheimer's. Your memory is great. You just happen to have 67ism. So I'm not too worried about it. My boys are. My sisters and I did take the 23andMe DNA test, and along with it, you can pay extra for medical tests where they look and see what you're prone to getting. And one of the things was Alzheimer's, and it said 0% chance. My sister's was a little higher than me. I think hers was like, I'm not even going to put a number on hers, but it was like 7% or something little. Look, isn't that beautiful up there? These trees are so pretty. So I don't think I'm going to get Alzheimer's. Gosh, I hope not. My dad had it, and it was sad and tough. They tested me for something called alpha-1. I'm familiar with that. It runs in my family. I knew I didn't have it because I'd already been tested privately by the Alpha-1 Foundation. Also tested me for macular degeneration, which I run a chance of, but it's not terribly high. But my ophthalmologist knows about that, so he keeps an eye on that. Tested me for BRCA gene. They didn't test because cancer runs in my family. Breast cancer does run in my family. I have several relatives that have had it. I'm from a huge family, so that increases the chances of people having it. I got 32 or 34 first cousins on one side of my family and 4 first cousins on the other side of my family. That's a lot of people. My mom had 11 sisters and brothers. So I don't carry the BRCA gene. It turns out that my family absorbs estrogen from anywhere and everywhere, so we take a pill called DIM. It's a big name, and that rejects the absorption of estrogen. I'm postmenopausal. I've had a hysterectomy and oophorectomy, so I have no hormones in my system, and I won't take hormones because of that, because I would probably get breast cancer. So memory is really a challenge. I forget words, descriptive words mostly. I was somewhere recently and a woman noticed my hands. And she reached over to touch them, and I pulled my hand back because you never know if somebody's going to grab or not. And my hands are painful and tender and really in pretty bad shape. When it's time to get some surgery. I just haven't had time. More surgery. You can see I've had surgery already. I've had surgery on this one. It looks better. Yep. This one, not so much. So I pulled my hand back when she went to touch my hand. And she goes, oh, I think it scared her. She goes, what's wrong with your hands? It's like, oh, I've had a lot of surgery on my hands and I need a little more. And so she kept prompting me. Well, why? Did you have an accident? Were you bit by a dog? It's like, no, I have arthritis really bad. It's called rheumatoid arthritis. And she said, I have rheumatoid arthritis too. And when I hear that, first of all, who would want to ever claim having rheumatoid arthritis unless you truly had rheumatoid arthritis? Just the way she acted about it told me she didn't have rheumatoid arthritis. She probably had osteoarthritis. Kind of glanced at her hands. She didn't have any deformities, no inflammation. She looked fine. And I said, well, who's your rheumatologist? Oh, I don't go to a rheumatologist. And I said, well, what kind of medication do you take? She goes, I don't take anything. It's like, okay. And just the fact that someone would claim to have rheumatoid arthritis, which is a horrible thing to even consider having, that it trivializes the work I've gone through, the pain that we've gone through with rheumatoid arthritis. It trivializes the fact that we work so hard to try to be normal, to try to look and act normal, and all the medications and the money that we spend to be healthy, to try to be healthy. And we take stuff that can cause cancer and brain bleeds and horrible side effects, but it's worth the chance of those side effects for the chance that we could be normal for even a few months. I recently had my 3rd and 4th Rituxan infusions. You can look back at the other videos and read about that or hear about that. I found out that my last infusion, September 19th, I thought I got a half of the bag. I only got a quarter of the bag. It was 250 milligrams or milliliters out of 1,000 milligrams or milliliters. I don't know. But it was 250 out of 1,000, and the bag is big, so it's about 2 or 3 times the size of a small saline bag. And when I saw that, I was kind of sad because I really was hoping I could get more of that medication into me. Since that failure, we're trying to find out if I can go to the hospital and get my infusion as an inpatient in the hospital, because it's the speed of the infusion that causes me to have a reaction. If they can do the infusion at the lowest the whole time, then I won't get hives. I'll be fine, I think. But if I do get hives, or if I have an anaphylactic response in the hospital, they can intubate me. They have the medication right there to stop it, to save me, whereas they can't at the cancer clinic where they give me the IVs. So I'm hoping that I can continue taking rituximab because it's been fabulous, but there's a huge chance that I can't. The insurance can reject it. Now it's $45,000 for the insurance to pay for each infusion. And I have 2 infusions, the 5th and the 19th of September and March. And so that's $45,000 per infusion. So gosh, if they could just kick in a few $100 more and let me do it in the hospital, or let me pay for the hospital, that'd be good. That'd be good. I'd pay for the hospital. I'd rather the insurance pay for it, but I would. So my doctor said we'll cross that bridge when we get closer. But in the meantime, I've been noticing that my hands are stiff. They're not too swollen. I forgot to wear my ring. I've gone for years without wearing a ring. I'm just as married whether I wear a ring or not. We've been married 43 years. And I'm just as married without a ring. I take it off at night because it's out of habit, because my hands might swell overnight and I won't be able to get them off at all in the morning, and that's painful. So some mornings I just forget to put them back on, even though they're actually loose on me. So, oh, look at the lake. Remember we had Hurricane Helene come through here, so the lake is back down, but you see that sandy beach over there? Let's see if I can point to it. Right there. That sandy beach wasn't there before. And there used to be, across the way there, used to be a bunch of canoes and kayaks to use. I don't see them now. Anyway, with that last infusion, I reacted so strongly, and I had to have a dexamethasone shot. Dexa shot. The methylprednisolone is stronger than prednisone, and it comes in an injection. And I don't even care how much they gave me. They just gave me a whole bunch, and it stopped me from itching. That was the important thing. But when they did, they put it in a little closer. I know the nurse was excited because it was pretty bad. And she put the injection, instead of putting it higher up on the IV line, she put it closer to my hand, to my arm where the IV went in, and it burned like fire going in. And she said, I'm sorry, it's not supposed to burn. It's like it's never burned before. And then almost instantly, the crown of my head started burning, and it felt like there were 1,000 red ants. I don't know if y'all know about fire ants, but it felt like fire ants had attacked. And fire ants climb up your leg, and one of them gives a signal, and they all bite at once. You don't just get stung here and there, you get stung a whole pile at once. So it felt like that. Just my scalp was going bonkers, and it was so painful, and I didn't know what to do. And the doctor was nearby, and he came over and he goes, the shot went in a little too fast. Some people respond like that. Unfortunately, it's you. And it'll calm down. And while he was talking to me, it stopped. So probably the medicine, this guy's gorgeous. Probably the medicine, the Dexa medicine helped. Dexa? I never remember the name of that. The steroid medicine probably stopped that from stinging as well as it stopped the hives and the itching. But after that, each time, my hair has been thinning, and I thought it was the rituximab, the infusions I've been getting. But it could be from the strong doses of steroids I've been getting. Because my hair had been falling out for a while from the roots. Like I can run my hands through my hair and get 4 or 5 hairs at any given time right now. You can see how thin it is through here. But I went and got it cut. My neighbor cut it. She's a hair colorist and fabulous hairdresser, so she did it for me. I love her. She's so nice. Anyway, there's my husband. I think that it was that, because my hair has been falling out so badly that it got so thin that I had to do something. So she cut it into layers, and it looks a lot better now. Did you have a good workout?
Ready to go?
Yeah. Anyway, my hair's shorter. I think it was from the steroids.
So's mine.
Yeah, yours is shorter too. You got a haircut. You got a bee running around you. Okay. It'll grow back. I'm not too worried about it. My big concern right now is not to have pain, to find medicine that works, and for this medicine to continue working until we can figure out what to do. I hope you're feeling good. Don't let your disabilities define who you are. I certainly don't let them define who I am. I'm happy. I'm feeling pretty healthy right now. And I'm in North Carolina, which is a gorgeous place. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the leaves. Our house up here is fine. We lost a couple of trees. They fell away from our house, which was great. So everything's great. All right, you guys, you have a great day. Love you all. Bye.